Hi, I'm Andrew Van Noy from Deep Power. Today's news comes from an article from the New York Times titled, "The Clean Energy Future is Arriving Faster Than You Think." Delivery vans in Pittsburgh, buses in Milwaukee, cranes at the Port of Los Angeles, and every municipal building in Houston are now powered by clean energy sources such as solar and wind. The U.S., which historically relied heavily on fossil fuels, is undergoing a significant transition toward renewables. This shift is consistent with global trends, especially in Europe. Even though the U.S. was initially behind, it's now rapidly catching up. Renewable energy sources like wind and solar are achieving record outputs. By 2025, renewables are predicted to surpass coal as the main global electricity source. The costs associated with generating solar and wind energy are dropping, often making them more affordable than fossil fuels. This year alone, a record $1.7 trillion is anticipated to be invested in green technologies. However, while the pace of energy transition is impressive, fossil fuels remain dominant. Corporations continue to explore coal, oil, and gas. Despite their recent profits, major oil companies are hesitating to heavily invest in renewables. A significant overhaul is required to replace the current infrastructure with clean energy systems. There are logistical challenges to consider, from updating the existing grids to sourcing minerals for new technologies. Despite these challenges, there's a clear global shift towards clean energy. For instance, Tulsa, Oklahoma, once known as the oil capital of the world, is now at the forefront of the clean energy revolution, with significant investments in solar and wind power. Other traditionally fossil fuel-dominated regions, like Houston and Arkansas, are also increasingly investing in renewable energy. Interestingly, 2/3 of new clean energy investments are in states that have historically been skeptical about renewables. However, as the economics of clean energy become more compelling, political affiliations are becoming less significant. 15 years ago, solar panels, wind turbines, and battery-powered vehicles were seen as too costly and unreliable. However, prices have since plummeted, with solar power costs decreasing by 83% since 2009, wind power costs halving, and lithium-ion battery cell prices dropping 97% over 3 decades. Consequently, solar and wind power now account for 12% of global electricity. Investments in solar energy are expected to surpass those in oil drilling this year. These price drops resulted from consistent improvements by numerous professionals worldwide and significant government investments. The U.S.'s commitment to clean energy has ignited a competitive spirit among other nations. For instance, after Russia invaded Ukraine, the European Union pushed for greater independence from Russian oil and gas, leading to wind and solar power in the EU surpassing fossil fuels in energy generation. In 2023, the U.S. solar industry added a record 6.1 gigawatt capacity, making 47% annual increase. While there are concerns about charging infrastructure and vehicle costs, federal tax incentives make EVs more affordable. Additionally, heavy vehicles, including school buses and mail trucks, are transitioning to electric thanks to government support. It is clear that there's a long way to go to be fully transitioned away from our dependency on oil and gas. However, our rapid progress toward a cleaner future is promising. While solar and wind are good supplemental alternative energy sources, we still need base load power sources such as nuclear or geothermal. To learn more about how geothermal can play a role in our decarbonization efforts, please visit us at www.deeppower.com.